Hey there, you may be wondering how I got here. Or maybe not, you just clicked on a video about Fortnite. Just over a month ago, I set a goal to get better at Fortnite. And before I show you where I've gotten in that last month, I need to show you where I started. So let's roll this back. Here I am about a month ago. I hear a player behind me. I'm going to shock onto him and hit him with the... Oh, wait. I completely overshoot it. Oh, this is sad. Oh, thank goodness this is a bot. Ugh. We had a long way to go. And here I am just 1 month later, and even though I've got a long way to go, I'm pretty proud of this one. Oh, let's go! Now that it's been just over a month, I wanted to go back, look at my early clips, and see the progress I've made, and I was honestly stunned by the results, and I wanted to share a few of the highlights with you. I'm going to run through a few gameplay clip pairings. Each one of these pairings will have one clip from about a month ago and one from the last week or so of playing, and I'm going to use those to highlight how far I've come and what I've learned, so that will hopefully help you in your own games. So let's hop right into it. Here I am. I know I've got an opponent below me. I take some shots, miss them all. I miss 1, 2, 3, 4, hit the 5th and 6th shotgun shots, but now I have to reload, swap my weapon. When I jump back down again, I miss every single shot. Here I am a couple weeks later in a somewhat similar situation. Shoot out his bush, hit a couple shots on him. He's trading damage back to me, so I think I need to change my tactic here. I've got a grapple. I go in, use that to try to get behind him, break his camera, and that leads to an easy shotgun elim. That use of the grapple is going to lead into a lot of what I'm going to share throughout the rest of the video and what really stood out in a lot of the clips. Utility is king, especially in Fortnite Zero Build. Most of the times when I look back at my deaths, I can almost always chalk it up to not using the utility that was in my inventory. I've died with shockwaves, crash pads, bunkers, bushes, you name it in my inventory that I did not use. It is the equivalent to building in builds. Having utility in your inventory and using it is that level of importance in Zero Build. So I want to roll into the next set of clips here. Here I am. This is early on. I take shots. Notice I've got shockwaves and grapples and a blue thunder shotgun in my inventory, but I instead decide to stand not even really in cover behind this tree and trade shots with this guy that's completely out in the open, by the way, and I take an easy death. Fast forward a couple weeks. Here I am, somewhat similar situation, only really trees around for cover. I see this guy, we trade some shots. My shots are a little better, but we're still trading damage. I use the bush, and then I decide to grapple in to throw him off a little bit, and I hit a couple of nice shotgun shots for the easier elimination. Utility, utility, utility. It's key. And one piece of utility I've really become fond of is using bush bombs, but I've really discovered the power of the bush overall. So early on, here I am in this bush, and I'm too swift to leave it. I've got a couple of bots shooting at me in the bush. I'm taking a little bit of damage, but I get freaked out and I run. My movement around this structure is not ideal. I get caught up, and I make myself an easy target for this guy. I only managed to get in one shot, and it's an easy elimination for the opponent. Fast forward, here I am. I'm kind of out in the open, not in a great spot. I take a little damage, and I immediately run, break that line of sight, and use a bush. Heal up in the bush, and this is where the power of the bush is huge. It's concealment. So I can stay in here, let this play out. I become instantly the lower priority target because I'm hiding in this bush. This person just booted in, so I hop in, take them out, and I get back to the bush, back to the bush. I knew there was that purple shotgun over there, so I ran to try to grab that. Then this guy comes in on me because he did land some damage, and this is honestly a little closer than I'd like, but end up using the bush to my advantage and getting the elimination here. The bush is one of the most powerful things in the game, and I was underestimating that early on, and I'm starting to learn how to play the bush and use it a lot more effectively in combat. The next thing that I've been working on that I've seen improve in my gameplay is making sure I'm in good spots at different stages of the game. So this next couple clips are nearing the end of the game. They're top 10 situations. Rolling this first clip, I'm here, I'm chasing this bot, and now I'm just in the middle with all this height around me, no bushes nearby. I'm just healing out in the open, and I start taking shots. I scramble over to this tree. Again, don't really stand behind it. Positioning is key there. I trade a little damage. I finally decide to use this utility, but the decision was to crash pad towards my opponent and put my back to them. Not sure what I was thinking there. But fast forward, here I am, and you can see I've put myself right on the edge of the circle. I make sure I have a height advantage, so I'm looking down onto my opponents. I hit the snipe shot, and I grapple in on them, see that they don't shockwave away or anything, so I'm assuming they don't have any sort of mobility, and I just wait patiently for them to become vulnerable and get the easy kill there. And as I've been improving that positioning and decision making, the last thing that I've noticed really stand out in my gameplay that I wanted to highlight is handling end game scenarios. So early on, I was getting really impatient and not waiting for the opportune time, and I'm still really working on this, something I'm trying to work on in my game, but I've come a long way and wanted to highlight that here. So in this first clip, here I am in the bush, and you're gonna see that I get impatient. I'm in a perfect spot. I'm right on the edge of circle. I'm in a bush, and I just get bored. I get bored and I run out. I want to find this other player, even though I do not need to at all. I should have waited for the storm to come in. I'm running. I'm just out in the open, and I'm standing here again, just not really even in cover. I give him an easy snipe shot. We trade a little bit. I hit a couple decent shots there, but this is not a fight that I can win. He's got height, he's got the bunker, and I know he has the sniper. I heal up, and at least to my credit, I know that I'm not going to win this fight in this current situation. So I shockwave. The shockwave is not good enough. Luckily, I had the crash pad. He moves out, and he has another bunker. And here, I know that he has a sniper, but I decide to take this fight anyway. Stand out in the open again and give him an easy shot. He shocks in on me, and I do nothing, stand there, and he gets the easy dub. Here I am a couple weeks later. I notice a guy here. We're in a top 3 situation. I notice him in the house. I take a couple shots. Even though I miss them, it flushes him out of that spot. And so with the storm coming in, he's got to now come over to me. I take another couple shots at him, hit one of these, swap over to the purple AK, hitting a couple shots. This other guy actually comes in and takes my kill, but he puts himself in a terrible position. I just get to stay in my bunker that whole end game and get an easy victory royale at the end of it. Here's another late game situation, another top 3. I'm hanging out in the bush, I'm staying concealed, and I decide to let these two fight it out. Now, do I wish I had the confidence to take that shot? Yes, I think that's something that I'm working on, but I let this guy burn his utility, I let them fight, and then once they're engaged, I decide to run in. Now, this is a good player. He manages to get out and reset the fight, but now I know he's got to be running lower on utility, so I'm just going to wait him out, and I'm in a pretty decent spot. So he crash pads in on me. I get a little bit of a Raiders of the Lost Ark Indy versus that like knife throwing guy vibe from him. He's doing a lot. I just try to stay here, stay calm, use that positioning to my advantage. I do miss just about every shot there, but we flick around and end up getting the kill in the end and the victory royale. So dedicated practice and going back and reviewing film and looking at your mistakes is key. Honestly, that's really most of what I've done. I've stuck to a routine. I wake up at 5 every morning. I come down, I hop on the game. I do a warm-up. I do some aim training. I do a couple of the drills in the Toby 1 Shinobi map to get warmed up and try to improve those fundamental skills. And then I hop into games, and after I play the games, and part of that is because I'm also creating content out of it, but I review just about every single game I play, and I write down the mistakes that I make and try to commit those to memory so that the next time that I'm in that situation, I remember and play it out better than I did previously. I'm still a complete work in progress. You'll see in this clip here. I wanted to throw this clip in at the end here to show you where I still have some work to do. Another end game situation. I'm in a pretty good spot, but I just run in, I don't check, and I just take an absolutely terrible fight with this guy, lose most of my health. And then here, I am panicking. I see the footsteps, and I dropped my shotgun. I have a bush. I have grapples in my inventory. I don't use them, and I get wrecked by this guy that I had actually fought and taken out earlier in the game. Definitely a winnable fight, and I completely botched it. So if you've made it to this point in the video, I really appreciate you. If you wanted to hit a like and subscribe, if you want to see more content like this, let me know. Throw in the comments where you're at on your Fortnite journey. Are you already a beast? Are you trying to improve? Have you just started out the game? And let's start building a community of folks that want to support each other and build each other up. Share your biggest wins from this last month of playing Fortnite. I'm super excited to get into the new chapter and continue getting good at this game. Thank you so much for watching, and I will catch you next time.